I started, but I'm still laughing. Hi everyone, how are you doing? My name is KOKOStern, and this is episode 26 of Pubwatch, and with me as always is my lovely co-caster, Onin! Onin, say hi to people.
Hi to people. Seriously, you made me do it. Just don't make me do things like that. Anyway, so for this week we've kind of run out of teams in the SEA region to cover that much. I mean, not that much teams that really show off and look big and all that stuff. Actually, AFD, what we did last week, got sponsored by Natolik just this week. So
yeah, I told you. We say something is gonna be big, and it becomes big somehow.
We are just prophets.
Yes.
So now we're gonna prophesize a different team. It's Team Kaipi, which I actually am a bit of a fan of, just because a good friend of mine used to play for them, being Tsar, but he had to quit because of studies, so now there's some other people. And most recently, they actually picked up Eternal Envy when he had to leave No Tidehunter. And ever since he joined, they've kind of been doing really well.
Yeah, we love E. We love EE. I call him EE. We love Eternal Envy. He's so nice. I don't know why NTH threw him away. I was sad when that happened. But now he's returning with Kaipi. Kaipi? Kaipi?
Just say Kaipi. It works best.
Okay, so I'm an idiot today. And, well, I'm always an idiot, but especially today, it seems. And let's get started and stop me. Yes, Onin, are you 2 minutes?
Hold on a second, I misclicked.
Yes,
Onin, 2 minutes.
You misclicked. 2 minutes. 3, 2, 1, play. Game. Yes, thank you. Nyx Assassin for the Radiant team. We got Nyx Assassin. And also Timbersaw, which is called Leshrac for the win. And he's playing Timbersaw.
Some people might actually recognize Leshrac for the win as a famous Good Studio subscriber player. And I guess the majority of you have no idea what the fuck that is and who the fuck this is. So let's go to the more important team.
What?
Because on the Dire, on the top lane, we've got a Skywrath Mage, the very newest hero who I actually never played in Dota 1. So I'm excited to see him in CM.
He's Zeus 2.0. Zeus 2.0. Or yes, OD 2.0.
Kind of, maybe. And on the bottom lane, we've got Luminous Inverse.
Hey, Luminous. He kind of disappeared, didn't he?
Well, I wouldn't say disappear. It's more like at BTS they got stuff a bit chaotic with like setting up the new studio and new equipment and needing to get new equipment everywhere and stuff breaking. So, and also they just got like at least four potential casters aside, professional co-casters and such. So he's not on nearly as much as he used to be, but he has actually cast today for the G1 League, which is Wednesday, so he's still around. Okay,
good. I just haven't seen him, and I used to like his casts. So he's playing Silencer here with a crap ton of wards, and with the Wisp on the off lane, which is... what? And we have a Troll middle against Nyx, which kind of works because Troll doesn't really need mana.
Yeah, and we've also got pieliedie playing the Storm Spirit in the jungle using bottle courier strats. It's totally legit, guys.
What the hell's going on? Well, we're watching a pub.
Viable-ish if you really don't want to be mid, which I guess Nyx Assassin.
Why are you arguing that? Really? Don't even argue that. Storm Spirit in the jungle with bottle crows? Really? You're arguing that.
Look, dude, where would you rather be as a Storm Spirit? In the jungle or mid against a freaking Nyx Assassin?
Okay, small... he just died. Against us, not dying mid. He just died.
Was tactical.
Oh.
You can tell by the fact that he didn't buy anything before
the troll just killed Nyx Assassin.
Yes, he did.
The middle.
Whirling Axis deals a lot of damage at the lower levels. I mean, look at how that thing scales. Level 1, 125 damage. You thought Ice Path was OP? Try this. You thought Last Word was OP? Well, it's a little bit more than this, but it's a Troll Warlord, so he's melee and does more than 60 damage per hit. What the fuck is that?
And he can slow you as well, and then damage you.
Yep, he's actually got 2 nukes in that thing, and they are both very low on mana, so... Troll Warlord, he's not in CM yet, but once he will, I'm sure that people are gonna start experimenting with him, because he's got some really nice potential as a carry. The only real problem with it is the fact that his bash is 10%, which is ridiculously low. But everything else that he does, 2 nukes, one of which slows, the other of which blinds, plus just a lot of attack speed on everyone. Imagine if you have some kind of 3-hero lineup with the Troll Warlord. Or 3 carries, I mean.
You mean a tri-lane. And oh, Silencer at the bottom is taking so much damage, and the Prophet's going to come in to ensure the kill. Because they couldn't actually find him. The Wisp was trying to do its best to save him, but that did not happen. Prophet comes in. There's a Prophet also.
Yeah, that was a bit of an overextension onto the Pudge, going so deep into the lane, which is a bit of an odd thing to say, but so deep into the lane with the Wisp Teeter. And then Pudge just runs out because he has boots and Silencer does not, and then everyone else just kills you. Yeah,
so Wisp and Silencer at the bottom, that doesn't really work that well, but Troll Warlord totally freaking does. And I guess he just really wanted mid, because Skywrath is also a very viable option mid. I guess maybe not against Nyx, because mana, but he has so much mana at the first level that he shouldn't even care about Nyx mid.
Well, his other issue is that his base strength and strength gain are both really awful, so he's gonna be squishy pretty much the whole game long, no matter how good your farm is. He's one of the few heroes on which Rod of Athos is actually a recommended item in the store list thingy. Yeah, and with good reason, because yeah, it's a really good way to make up for his biggest weakness, which is the fact that he has no life at all. And something that also Bruno touched on in the last good show is the fact that Skywrath Mage, he hasn't really done all that well in pubs, but one hero that has done really freaking well in pubs recently is Pugna, which is on the other team for exactly this reason. I mean, look at Skywrath's ultimate.
Yeah, I know. We all know. We've all seen YouTube, and at the bottom, oh, that's so dead. Prophet TP's in. They can't get the Pudge, and they get a double kill easily on both of them. But yeah, as you were saying, everybody's... Yeah, we know. We've seen the YouTubes. They're everywhere.
All of them YouTubes.
Yeah.
Just one click, and suddenly, the guy dead.
Yeah, pretty much. And we have an invisible Troll Warlord at level 6. Slows, hits, ults, one hit. Another hit. He's actually throwing and not hitting. You can melee. Well, now you should throw. And oh, committed suicide. You so deserve that. You could have killed him way faster, but decided to use ranged form instead of melee.
Yeah, and on the top lane, pieliedie is actually rotating in to get a gank from the forest on the Timbersaw.
No, Timber. I want to say Lestrak, but Timbersaw can't do it. Well, for some reason he went with reactive armor instead of maxing Timber Chain, which is, I mean, look at that latch range. You want it as big as possible, and oh, we have an invisible Nyx Assassin pie. It's a dead pie.
The worst kind of pie.
Your
meat pie.
It's a dead pie, yeah. Worst kind.
Yeah, but good news for them is, in terms of the CS, the Dire team is ridiculously ahead. Troll Warlord, even after spending so much time on the ganking, still has 23 last hits, significantly more than a Nyx Assassin mid.
And oh, Silencer totally got hooked here, and is dead for that, with the help of Pugna. Pudge still not level 6, but Troll Warlord, wow, okay, that's aggressive, that is so aggressive, can you really kill him? Hook? That's a lot of damage, but with the Wisp, they're trying to juke you. No, go put no, the Weather Teeth, the Tether Weather with Tether Stun. That's what I'm trying to say. And Wisp tries to get, whoa, no, one last hit from Nature's Prophet. tried to tether a creep, which is the correct thing to do, but can really get there. And Skywrath Mage is hanging around. He does have the Mystic Flare. Make that worth it.
But he has just nothing to set it up with. I mean, his slow is kind of decent, but it's not nearly enough to land the really, really small AoE for Mystic Flare, so you should probably just get out of here before a Nyx Assassin suddenly finds...
Kaipi! Wow, that was... What the hell is pieliedie doing? Pieliedie.
He's trying to farm his stack, man. People just won't let him, and now Soulward is an ass and steals it all for himself.
Yeah, but he wanted Timbersaw, and the creeps actually killed him, and then got him so low the Timbersaw one hit and killed him. That was just... Dude, why did you do that?
Nyx Assassin activating himself with DD Rune, and he's got his Vendetta off cooldown. Chances are he's gonna find some kill very, very soon. And let's hope he's not gonna find pieliedie again.
Haste Rune. There's a Haste Rune. Well, that's an IO with a Haste Rune, and he's totally gonna find pieliedie again, because he returned right there. Hit! Wow,
He's cleared the stack at least.
Didn't even need anything more than that. And yeah, like you were saying, Skywrath Mage, yay, I get to use Pugna and just place my Nether Ward down, and that's a dead Skywrath Mage the second he casts his ultimate. That's just... It's just so freaking easy. That's only a last pick, and really, just only a last pick in terms of if you're looking at him... Well, I'd say in pubs as well, but if we're thinking about professional play, you can't pick that thing. If you'll just use Pugna against you and you're dead. And Pudge is in so much freaking trouble. Stone Spirit is just level 5. But yeah, that is the perfect setup. Electric Vortex draws you in on just that AoE, and it's just a perfect setup for an ultimate from Skywrath.
Yeah. I don't think you can really say that the fact that his ulti costs so much mana is a good argument for Pugna hard countering him. At least in a competitive setting. Because, I mean, Pugna hard counters a lot of heroes in competitive.
Troll looking for more here. And can they get him? No, the Timber Chain misses, and the Troll tuggling. He's still alive, and the Nyx Assassin in a lot of trouble. Can they actually get him? Nature's Prophet is just really off the mark. He could have... He's just going to walk away. That's unfortunate. But yeah, as you were saying, Pugna counters a lot of of heroes with a lot of mana, but Skywrath is really 800. Is there any spell in the game with more mana? I mean, I don't think so.
More than 800, no, but that's only at level 16, and by that time you kinda hope he picks up a little more HP than the basic, like 900 he has at that level.
1.75, that's so much damage, and even at level 11, just look at that. It costs 575 mana, that is. So I'm gonna multiply in my head, and that's not gonna work, but that's a crap ton of damage. That's 800 damage or so. Much more than that, 900 damage.
At least more than 800, yeah. But if you just think, how many heroes are there that use about, say, 700 mana in a single combo? That's quite a few. You could think of some heroes like Lina or Lion or Rasta that can pretty much do the same. And people don't pick Pugna as a hard counter to that guy, because you need a Nether Ward in a good location and to not have it die before and all those spells are actually used in the first place.
But that's the thing, it's not just that. You said a combo. Fine, a combo is a one-time thing, especially with an ultimate. But this guy's only his ultimate is that much damaging. And all of his other spells also cost mana. And specifically Arcane Bolt, I know it's just 70, but it's every 2 seconds. This guy spams the crap out of all of his spells. And he has the mana to do it as well. And that's why he's the most mana-intensive hero in the game. Except for maybe OD.
That's Zeus.
Zeus or OD. Okay, well, it's pretty much the same heroes, but he uses it even more so, I believe. And that's why it's just so easy to pick Pugna against him. Just like, done.
Yeah, honestly, I think it's more of a bit of inexperience with Skywrath. Because honestly, it's just so simple to just look at your status bar. See if there's a Nether Ward there, and if it is, then just wait with that ultimate. spam some arcane bolts. It's only about 140 damage per hit, or even 120. So you can tank that, then find the ward, kill it, and then crush the Pugna underneath your amazing ultimate. It just takes a little bit of patience and a little bit of familiarity with the fact that that is a very, very, very dangerous ability for you.
And this just shouldn't be it. And Pudge tries to ult up on the Troll Warlord to save his life. They're gonna clean up the Wisp, and yes, they managed to do so with the help of Nyx Assassin. That Troll and that Wisp loves diving the crap out of towers, and it's not really working so far. Especially at this early levels when the Troll has phase boots. And that's it.
Yep, with all of this talk about how Skywrath works and all that, we haven't even mentioned anything about the teams themselves. And Radiant team, they've got a shitload of ganking potential in their Pudge, their Nyx Assassin, and the Nature's Prophet. But they're up against the Wisp, which is kind of the king of ganks. And they also don't really have all that much late game power aside Nature's Prophet and, well, Nether Ward against Skywrath. Whereas the Dire team, Skywrath Mage, Silencer, Storm Spirit, Troll Warlord. It's good for the Radiant that they're ahead right now, that they've actually managed to coordinate better ganks so far.
Dead Storm Spirit.
But they really gotta keep this up for the whole game.
Oh, and look at that. They really love ganking the Pudge. The Troll, I think the Troll hates the Pudge. Like, really hates him. Because they always go for him. Every freaking time. We have the entire Radiant team. The Netherward is there. The Vendetta as well. They're gonna try and get the hell out of there. No, he couldn't actually hit it. Silencer, silencer, silencer. Someone stun him. Thank you. And that's a dead Luminous.
Yeah, but that's only one guy dead out of the 3 people that I just gathered there, or 4 people that the Radiant were trying to counter gank. So that's, again, it's good of them to react so well to all the setups that the Dire is getting, but they don't want to trade even. They want to get all the kills themselves and turn them into towers together with the Furion and the Pugna. As long as they keep trading kind of even-ish, there's still very much a chance for the Dire team to get back here. Skill score is very much behind, but gold per minute, it's the Troll Warlord on top together with the Furion, and that's bad news, because Troll Warlord, he's kind of a really good carry.
Yeah, but still, it's Troll Warlord, then if you look at the gold per minute, then the entire Radiant team. So they're okay-ish. I mean, if we look at the graphs, 4,000 gold, more than 5,000 experience. They just need to start realizing how strong they are as a group and go push something, because their strength is right now, and the longer the game goes, obviously, potential is on the Dire team's side. And
yeah, especially pushing is something they really got to start doing a lot more of. I mean, you have a Pugna and you have a Furion. Those are 2 of the key pushing heroes in the game, and they've got 2 towers total.
Yeah, they should really continue here. But look at the Nature's Prophet. He's got his Midas for a long freaking time. Participating in a lot of ganks, and he has 3k in the bank, and now we have Pugna running for his life, is slowed here, puts down the Netherwards, the first thing gets destroyed. He's gonna try, and no, that's not gonna do it. The Silencer there, last word, that's painful, that's really painful.
Yeah, that was a really weird thing to aim for, to just decrep yourself and try to life drain yourself to safety. But with the Silencer backstabbing him there, although I don't think he had vision of that, it was pretty much a hopeless deal anyway.
Well, they're trying to gank as best they can, but I think they should really split up into ganking and pushing. They have to do both of these things now as much as possible, because they're just going to get weaker and weaker, and the Furion is kind of trying to push finally, and the Nyx Assassin here, they want to get someone, Pudge. The hook completely whiffs, invisible Nyx Assassin, but they know he was there. And now only the Storm Spirit with a full mana bar. I don't see how they're going to get this. But they're going to go for it anyways. And that's a really long range. They're out at the bottom though. Silencer and Skywrath Mage cleaned up Nature's Prophet, because he was pushing by himself.
Yeah, and he also I think he kind of whiffed his Shadow Blade, used it improperly, because if there's only a Skywrath and a Silencer, you can just go invisible and run the hell out. I mean, they have Sentry Wards, so they're gonna see you trying to TP and silence you repeatedly. But you can just run. The slow from the Skywrath Mage only lasts 4 seconds, even though it is 40%, which is a decently powerful slow. And then Silencer, he's got nothing. Just run.
Well, I think he tried to invisible, TP out, and then very simply Mystic Flare, and he's dead. That's pretty much what happened.
Yeah, that's true. You always gotta respect that Mystic Flare. Don't stand in one place for a long time.
Yes.
And now, thanks to that kill, Eternal Envy, he's finished himself his Orchid, which is a bit of an odd first pickup on Skywrath Mage, because again, it keeps him really damn squishy. But it's not awful, because hey, you need loads of intelligence, and getting yet another silence on top of his Ancient Seal, that's pretty decent. Now we'd be able to silence both the Pudge and the Nyx at the same time, or Pudge and Furion, or Pudge and Timbersaw, or whoever the hell else he wants to silence.
Well, he didn't give him a lot of options. But Skywrath Mage, Glass Cannon, just keep going. One way is to try and make him tanky, and the other way is just screw that. If they get me, I'm dead anyways. I'll do as much damage as I possibly can before I go down. And that's with Dagon 5 and an E-Blade and an Orchid. And wow, look at that. Beautiful. Boom, that's dead. That's how you do with Skywrath Mage. You just destroy someone.
That Mystic Flare, man, he didn't even need to hit it slow for that, I don't think.
Well, Nexus walked in a freaking line.
Yeah, that's true. He could have at least juked a little bit out of it and taken a little bit less damage, but he was pretty much dead there. Completely silenced, can't even get off a Spike Carapace.
And level 2 Vendetta, can he get pieliedie stun? Latches, but that's gonna be enough. Oh, for some reason, why are you not balling the lightning out?
Because he didn't see a Nature's Prophet TPing in, was still in the fog.
Oh, that's a hook! Pudge is on. Wow, he has a Blade Mail for some reason, just decided to go for that. And go for the Wisp, and he's completely on his own, and he's completely dead as well. Unless the Timbersaw can. No, there's no way.
Yep. One of the nice things about a Troll Warlord is that although he's kind of a melee carry, he can at will just suddenly become ranged, which makes him really difficult to kite around, like you would try with normal melee carries.
Damn, that's so much pain coming towards those heroes. Why are they standing on their own? Nexus tries to get the hell out of there.
And he can blink.
Yes, he blinks. And Troll Warlord with a Shadow Blade. People really like Shadow Blade on the Troll. I don't really understand why. I mean, Shadow Blade is amazing right now. It's really amazing on anybody. Anybody. But on Troll, I have more proper uses for my item slots, I think.
I think it's mostly also because there is a Wisp, and he's gonna spend a lot of time ganking.
What the hell?
Shadow Blade with its burst damage and such is really useful.
What is pieliedie doing? Seriously, he's just hook me, Pudge. Okay, and then he ball lightnings away. He's just like, standing in place for some reason. He's playing weird.
I guess he doesn't know that there's an Observer Ward down there, and actually there's a gem pickup.
Oh, damn! Silencer. That hook was intended for someone else, but he totally got him. I don't know, maybe he's drunk.
I don't think so, and with his Shadow Blade completely unseen, the Troll Warlord is now off soloing Roshan, which is a little bit more difficult than it usually is for him, because he hasn't leveled Fervor yet. He has actually put 5 levels into stats. Only 1 point in Berserker Rage and none in Fervor just yet.
And he has no lifesteal as well, so I mean, he can, because he has a Wisp healing, but this is weird, and, well, the Radiant are just gonna push. This is weird.
Yeah, but hey, it's totally worth it, because as I said, as long as they can trade kind of evenly and not let the game snowball too much in the Radiant side, then the late game is completely on the Dire side, and getting in Aegis is one of the best ways to secure the game at least lasting another 10 minutes or so.
Well, not necessarily, but as much as they can, and Storm Spirit was in the trees, I'm assuming, because that's why they all cut down the forest.
There you go. Troll Warlord gets himself the H's, hasn't lost any health thanks to Wisp having way too many urn charges.
And last tier 2 tower is gonna fall for the Radiant. And now it's the big question, can they get a proper Rax down before, say, 30-35 minutes when the carries really become scary? And Troll Warlord goes in on his own, destroys Pugna with the help of Silencer as well as Pudge. Wow, look at that. That's just, oh wow, Skywrath cleans up the Nyx as well, and that was just, I can't even, that was just sad.
That was a really slow retreat from the Radiant side. They should have gone away immediately as soon as the Nature's Prophet TP'd out. Because as far as fighting goes, they kind of need to be 5, and more importantly, they kind of need to initiate. Because otherwise, apart from the Nyx Assassin, they're just far less useful if they're not on the initiating side.
Damn, the Troll Warlord is... He doesn't even need Forever, he needs to activate his ultimate and he kills the crap out of you.
Yeah, and he doesn't even need items. Look at what he has. Face boots and the Shadow Blade. And a bunch of money. That's all he needs to completely destroy the Radiant team.
Well, we'll have to wait till this thing gets into CM and then fun times galore.
Yep, although before that, we're gonna get Drow Ranger and Tuskar into CM.
I don't think Tuskar will see much play, to be honest, but Drow Ranger... Oh, Drow Ranger will be funny.
Yeah, some people think that the recent nerf to Drow Ranger, the fact that if you're just in close to melee range, her ultimate suddenly doesn't do anything anymore, is enough to make her balanced. But honestly, Drow Ranger has always been a viable pick as that carry with the highest physical damage output in the game. And then Ice Frog gave her even more physical damage output. So she already saw play before her buffs, and then she got buffed. So there is no way that she's not gonna get picked, at least by some teams.
Well, we can only hope. We can only hope. And Troll Warlord with a Chrysalis. If he's gonna find the Pugna, that's a dead Pugna. That's not even funny. That's just... Okay, I give him like 3 seconds. 1, 2...
You can't get him.
the hell out of there, Troll Warlord. He has an Aegis, so he should just go in and try and kill everybody on his own. Well, he needs a BKB for that. But...
all he really needs is a Wisp.
That is also true. And Wisp has Relocate, so go do that. Or Creeps first, Ancient stack. Sure, that works. That works as well.
Yeah, just keep on farming. The kill score, it's actually even right now, which is really bad news for the Radiant side. Even though tower score is still very much in their favor. 5 towers ahead of the Dire. But that's not going to be much of an issue for much longer, because this Troll Warlord is getting fatter and fatter, and the only guy on the Radiant team who's getting fatter is the Nature's Prophet. He has picked himself up a Scythe of Vice, which is going to be vital in locking down the Troll Warlord. But if the Troll is all you're locking down, then there's still a Skywrath Mage, there's still a Storm Spirit with some decent farm, and... well... let's just call Silencer support right now, okay?
Yeah, well, you said before that he'll be... It's Silencer. He can't do anything after 10 minutes. He's like the scariest thing to face before 10 minutes, but after that he's just nothing. And they smoked up really weirdly while the entire Radiant team was in their jungle. But then they finally find Pugna and he drops so quickly. And
yeah,
now...
the rest of this, there's a whole Radiant... the rest of the Radiant team all here. Are they gonna chase after them?
Timber, get the hell out of there. Vendetta Nyx, no, it's just gonna dagger away. They split up, but can't they really fight? He's moving at 5-2-2, I mean, seriously. With Wisp, Timbersaw, hit. Oh, he got the stun, but he turned into a sheep immediately by Nature's Prophet. Wisp tethers in.
Wisp actually got hooked, but got tethered off just before the dismember.
Oh, and now he's gonna say hi to Nature's Prophet. And no, he's... no, wait. No, one last hit, and he does die. Troll Warlord is gonna eat that ultimate, and Pudge, wow, Pudge committed suicide, managed to last really second. What the hell? He was in the trees. Why did you cut them down? That was I mean, it didn't really matter because Silencer was in there. But what? Again? No, that was. What are you doing?
That's pub communication for you, but it doesn't matter because there's the whole Radiant team and no one from the Dire. Because everyone else just is already dead, and Storm Spirit, he doesn't want to have anything to do with that fight anymore. And so he's just kind of pushing the bottom lane.
That was funny. I'm sorry. That's just Timbersaw, Nature's Prophet. Wow. That's good. That's good stuff.
Yeah, I'm not sure which. I guess it makes more sense to just wait for that Sprout, because you want both the Sprout CC and the Chakram slow. I'm not sure what happens if you throw a Chakram and then Sprout on top of it. Does it still kill trees? I don't think so.
I've never tested that.
I think it only destroys
look at
trees
that.
while it's moving, but...
Skywrath ulted and dropped from full to 200 HP.
Yep, gotta look at that status bar, gotta know. But he's going for a BKB, which means that as soon as he farms another 300 gold, he's gonna be completely immune to that Nether Flare and then just able to throw that thing out wherever the hell he wants. If it costs 800 mana or not, he doesn't even care anymore at that point.
Oh, that's viable. That works. That definitely works.
Yep. BKB is the single best counter against a Nether Ward, because sometimes you can't reliably kill it, but you can always reliably not take any damage from it.
Yeah, so if you look at the farms once more, the Radiant are still far in terms of gold, but experience has wavered and is now in the middle. And do we have a Nature's Prophet going solo on the Skywrath Mage? We have the Nyx Assassin jumping in here, but Troll's already here! He wants Nature's Prophet. Global Silence, slow, got the bash in there. Drops the gem, can't destroy it! And it was picked up by the Troll. Really tried to. Pugna, that's not gonna work. And Timbersaw here wants to... Well, there's an invisible Pudge, but they see him, because they just got the gem. So that sucks. Luminous still alive somehow. And now it's the Timbersaw running away. I doubt they're gonna get him, but you never know. It's Timbersaw. Could be epic, could be just that he's dies. Forget it, forget everything that I wanted to say. Yeah.
And that's just the whole Dire team dead. Mostly from the fact that the initiation didn't actually lead to a kill. And the Nature's Prophet, it's surprising how little damage this guy is doing. He's only got 2 items up and a bit of gold to spare, but his right clicks, they're just nothing compared to the Troll Warlord with his 200 base damage in melee form.
Well, yeah, he went for a Shadow Blade and then a Sheep Stick and not, I don't know, a Desolator or an MKB or something like that. And he didn't even pick up boots, upgraded boots. I mean, pick up treads, it gives you 25 attack speed. That's really good.
You know, phase boots for 22 extra damage.
24.
Also useful.
Yeah. And Nyx Assassin doesn't even have Dagon 1. Disappointed.
That's because he went for Blink Dagger. It's either one or the other. You generally don't go Dagon anymore after a Blink Dagger, simply because at that point it's usually not enough to get a kill on the guy you're initiating on, so it's better to just go for additional utility. Maybe get a Necro Book or a Silence Orchid of your own, something like that.
Well, we have the Radiant team smoked up, wanting to kill someone and then push into the base, but the Dire are some reason... Well, I guess they see the... Do they see the... Yes, they do see, because Storm Spirit is right there. Nature's Prophet, on the run, there's the dust. Troll Warlord finally there, drops, and then Pugna. Did he actually manage to use that mech on Prophet? I doubt it. And they destroy the Nether Ward immediately, stun on everybody from the Nyx, but he's, wow, that's a lot of damage. Beautiful ultimate after the ward goes down. Storm Spirit with the BKB. Timbersaw, wow, he got stunned, but what the hell stunned him?
I think it was just a bash from Troll Warlord from surprisingly long range. I don't see what else is going to stun him. And then they relocate to the top lane, they backdoor the tower, and then they're just going to come back to tier 2 at the bottom lane. And suddenly the game is looking very, very hopeless for the Radiant.
Oh, and Roshan, perfect timing. That was really perfect timing. They're gonna get this and finish it, pretty much. I mean, they can't do anything against that Troll Warlord. He missed their chance.
He's got himself 4,800 gold left to spend on whatever the hell he wants. It's probably a complete Daedalus. And while you're at it, start working on, I don't know, a butterfly or a satanic at the same time. And at that point, you just become immortal and a rampaging troll.
Rampaging troll. By the way, people, I don't know if you read, do you read the lore, the stories?
Occasionally.
Troll Warlord 1 is hilariously stupid. It's adorably stupid. You should read it, guys. It's funny. And stuff.
Or you should explain why it's funny right now.
Because it's troll. He's an actual troll. He's the biggest troll in troll society.
You're saying that Valve made a troll an actual troll?
Yes, they didn't even try. That's why it's so amazing, because they didn't even try and do something funny. They just went, trolls are trolls. Exactly the definition of internet, what you're thinking about. And specifically, Troll Warlord is the biggest troll in troll society. So they had him outcast from the troll society, so he went on to fight and stuff. This is like... That's it.
Raises the question, how can you be sure if your troll society is actually outcasting you? I mean, they could just be trolling.
Oh, shut up. Okay, let's stop the discussion right there. Go read it. It's funny if you haven't so far. And let's just end it there. Seriously.
Yeah, so in terms of item pickups, the Pugna, aside his finished mechanism, has now picked up a Ghost Scepter, which means that he's going to be able to be decrepified for even longer. A total of 7.5 seconds.
When he reaches the next level, that is.
Yeah. There's absolutely frickin' nothing on the Pudge ever since his Blade Mail. Timbersaw has got up his Bloodstone, but it only has 4 charges because he's done nothing but dying. And is trying to work on the Hood, which I'm not sure if it's gonna help all that much, because really it's the Troll doing the majority of the damage. And Envy Skywrath, it's just a little bit extra. And Nature's Prophet, 4,000 gold, isn't spending it on anything yet. Oh, picks himself up a BKB.
Who cares, man? Look at this troll. He just kills everything.
Look at that Pudge with 3 different instances of silence. That looked so funny.
This is just troll. At least it's not Phantom Lancer.
Yeah.
Troll Warlord. At least it's not Phantom Lancer.
I think you can put that tagline on pretty much any hero. Star Ranger. At least it's not Phantom Lancer. Anti-Mage. Well, at least it's not Phantom Lancer.
I don't know if it works on Anti-Mage. Well, he hasn't seen enough use, so people don't really hate him anymore, I think. And he got like a little bit of a nerf because the number of legs on him was reduced. But other than that, I don't know if they...
Damn man, that legs nerf.
Mm-hmm.
EO and Troll Warlord just showing that they're the masters of this game, relocating in to pick off the Furion that's desperately trying to split push. Bought himself a Blacking Bar, but what the hell is that gonna help you against bashes?
Yeah. Troll has almost like 3.7k. This is just... Could you just finish this? This is just sad. It's like, they're not dead yet, but they're on the ground and bloody.
And you're just stomping on their face over and over.
Yeah, just kill him.
Laughing.
Just kill him, you damn troll. Oh, you see what I did there? I'm hilarious. But anyway, Skywrath Mage is pretty cool. And I don't really think it needs Arcane Boots. Look at how much... He has so much freaking mana. Really? Are you pausing? Now you know it's a troll. But Skywrath Mage, I don't know if he's going to go in. I mean, we've seen OD played a little bit, but doing not amazing, to say the least.
So open the Skywrath, but he immediately gets up his BKB, which means that no one on this team can do anything.
Yes, and this is just going to be the end of it. The troll just goes in. Yay, another successful... Pfft, dead so fast. So Skywrath, we've seen OD played and they're similar in a couple of ways, but I don't know, we'll have to see when he goes into CM.
Yeah, I definitely think he will be played, simply because he has been picked up in the Dota 1 scene as well. Not all too often, but occasionally. So it suggests that he's, in some setups, a really powerful hero. Which, I mean, look at his skill set. He is an OD, except he's got a reliable slow and a reliable silence. That's kind of better than OD. He's probably harder to gank because that silence doesn't even require him to turn around. So
yeah, you just cast it and it hits whomever.
Yeah, the only downside is that it doesn't always hit the guy that you want it to hit, but that doesn't make the biggest amount of difference. So reliable slow, reliable silence, huge amounts of damage, scales well with intelligence, but is also useful even if he doesn't have all that much money yet. And that ulti, man.
That ulti.
And the guy just dies.
Pretty much. So that was game 1. It was pretty short. And we actually have another short game for you today, because we decided to go with short games today for some reason.
Well, I think it was just coincidence that all the good games were kind of shorter than usual.
Yeah, that, and also we didn't have a lot of choices because the damn replays, again, are gone from like 8 days ago, have expired. Which sucks.
Yeah, and in the little downtime that we're loading up this new game, there is one thing about Kaipi as a team that's kind of annoying me recently, at least the way that the community approaches them. Ever since Eternal Envy has been added to the team, people have kind of been calling it Eternal Envy's team. But look, guys, I could tell you, for one, Eternal Envy barely has anything to do with the team aside that he is their carry player. It started off as pieliedie's team. Pieliedie is the captain and the guy calling the shots, not EE. And pretty much, I guess he's just a replacement for some of Kaipi's members leaving. It's kind of a team that's had a lot of roster switches, with players like RMN and Koikwa having used to play on there, but then for all kinds of different reasons leaving.
How'd you call him? Koikwa?
Koikwa.
Koikwa? That's how you say it? Because I really have no... I mean, I've heard it Kwashkova?
I'm not sure how it's supposed to be pronounced, but Koikwa sounds the most correct to me, so I'm just using that one instead.
Okay. I'll run with you.
Yeah. So, pieliedie... Kaipi is pieliedie's team, and Eternal Envy is just playing the carry. And admittedly, he's pretty damn good at it. His Ursa is pretty awesome, and the fact that he's even playing Ursa in competitive consistently and winning at it is pretty awesome.
Definitely.
But it's not Eternal Envy's team. It's pieliedie's team, also known as Kaipi. So just please stop doing that, okay?
Or I'll say what Onin's trying to say in a less friendly manner. Bitch, please. And now, with that, I'm an idiot today. Let's move on to game number 2. Onin, are you 2 minutes?
Of course.
So 3, 2, 1, play.
That's what I used this rant for, so we could just get there quickly without anyone noticing that we were actually not in the game yet.
Yeah.
And now I ruined it by explaining our tactics.
Yes. So we have Zeus. Yay, pieliedie, pieliedie. His name has me fumbling. Pieliedie on the Zeus. I wanted to see Zeus go into the competitive, but you just have Skywrath. He's just better, pretty much, at that role.
Man, I think Eternal Envy likes Zeus and thinks Zeus is really useful in some teams, so who knows? We might see Kaipi using Zeus in actual games.
But now with Skywrath, well, once Skywrath goes into CM, I don't know,
Yeah,
we'll have to
Skywrath
see.
doesn't have a global ulti.
Fine. But he does a crap ton more damage, and as you said, reliable silence, reliable, well, kind of reliable slow. And EE playing Spectre, yeah, he switched on, at no time I know he was 5th, and now he's 1. So, that's interesting, to say the least, to see a player switch up so much. Catches the invisibility, And he's going to go up against a Kunkka and a Shadow Demon offlane, which is interesting. He'll have Villain on the Leshrac to help him out. And pieliedie on the Zeus going up against the Pudge, which has a skill of over 9,000. And Sand King also is going to go up into Trilane at the bottom. Clockwork, which is... Are you sure his name isn't Boner?
Well, I'm not sure what he intended with this username, but I'm not gonna call him Boner.
It's funny. I'm all up with names such as stupid like this. It's I mean, look at my name. My name is horrible. KOKOStern. What the hell does that mean? Boner's great. It's Boner. He's just like, I don't even give a shit.
Do you want me to call you Boner from now on?
No, call him Boner or Bone7 if you prefer. But we have a Drow Ranger up against Bone7, which is also a member of Kaipi. And he's supported by Rubik, who will now pull.
Yeah. And gotta say, what Kaipi is doing in this pub is one of those scumbag things that I hate seeing. Pick the suicide laner, pick the mid laner, pick the carry, and then expect the other two guys to pick supports. Which, well, at least they did. They actually obliged and picked some interesting ones, like Sand King Leshrac, and not, you know, Shadow Demon and Rubik and SD and CM and Witch Doctor and all those bitch supports like that.
Okay, if you say so, but SK plus Leshrac is pretty awesome, but at the first levels it's problematic because Sand King's range is so low that it's not really reliable setup. You really have to get in close to hit that. And obviously Leshrac can also only follow up because Leshrac's stun is even less reliable. Or is it going to hit? No. He tried the animation, but cancelled it.
And they have the added issue that the Dire has actually warded off their forest, so no lane pulling, at least until they fly in some sentries, if they even decide to in the first place. I mean, it's a pub, and sentries are just a little bit try-hard. So they're gonna have issues getting their experience up, and so all they can really do right now is just stand in lane and, you know, be 3 against 2 to kind of discourage the SD Kunkka from even trying to initiate on Eternal Envy Spectre.
Yeah, but now they kind of left him alone, going for that rune. Leshrac did get the haste, but couldn't get close enough to the Pudge. He just backtracked immediately. And Spectre, EE, already with Tranquil Boots, so he's doing fine.
Yeah, Bone7 on the top lane in a little bit of effort, in a little bit of trouble, but a single power cogs can just allow you to escape from anything if there's only 2 heroes on your lane and none of them have all that good nukes. So for now he's still, that's fine, but he should really be a bit careful. He can easily get tower dived by something like a Drow Ranger, because you can just orb walk from level 1 and tower don't give a damn.
Yeah, it's kind of scary, and anyways, there we go. Do we see it right now? Well, you just want to harass him a little bit. But Drow Ranger farming very easily. Wow, at the bottom, we actually had first blood. They got the SK.
And here come the sharks.
Damn, I just caught the end of that, so I'm not exactly sure what would happen, but to be honest, if Leshrac isn't there, Spectre can't do anything. Especially when he didn't even go for Spectral Dagger, because what's the point? He's going pure Desolate.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting skill build, because honestly, Spectral Dagger, it's kind of an ass ability. It slows for 18%, it does 200 damage, it costs 160 freaking mana at the max level. And the only really good thing about it is the 18% movement speed increase and the ability to go through things. So he does pick up 1 level of it, just because being able to walk through places is pretty damn useful. But for the rest, really, what Spectre is good for is Desolate, because that does pure damage.
Oh, in the middle? At the middle, pieliedie, look at him, he wanted. Can he get it? Yes, he definitely can. Pudge. Kinda walking around with not a lot of HP. And Zeus,
he had a regen rune and a 10 charge magic stick. I think the Pudge wasn't really planning on dying right there.
He wasn't even looking. The dude wasn't even looking. And EE finally trying to turn around, but no, he's taking so much damage from all the creeps. He has no damage mitigation, not even a stout shield. And now Leshrac's taking a lot of damage. But Shadow Demon finished off all of his spells. No, the Torrent misses from the back end. And Kunkka actually picked up an Urn of Shadows very early.
It's surprising that it's even managed to farm it so far. I mean, it is an offensive dual lane. You don't expect that to do much.
Well, they got a kill, and Kunkka now... No, that's just... Sand King's gonna be there. And can they get the Shadow Demon? He doesn't actually have boots. Stun! They got him, but he already went back.
Yeah, he doesn't want a tower like that. Because as you mentioned, he has pretty much no damage reduction, only the dispersion. And does that even work on towers? I'm not sure. I think it's Bristleback that didn't work on towers, but one of those doesn't.
Well, and at the top, finally, Clockwork is actually killed by the creeps, apparently, but Drow Ranger just on the tower, doesn't even care. Farming happily, level 7 by now, doing a crap ton of damage, and like you said last game, it grants no bonus if there are enemy heroes within a 375 AoE. That is much smaller than her attack range, so if she's attacking you from range, she still gets the bonus.
Yeah, 375 is about the range of RP for visualization purposes. So that's how close you gotta be. And well, Spectre, she's kind of decent at that, but she's not the best anti-kiting carry. So she's gonna have a little bit of trouble, and pretty much gonna have to rely on Clockwork catching hooks on top of the Drow Ranger in order to shut off her damage potential.
And oh, Clockwork is so dead. The hook lands, and well, that was an invisible pudge. He couldn't really do anything. Just as he was going to the I mean, he didn't have money, which is weird, but he wanted to go to the secret shop.
I think he just wanted to stay back to prevent himself being tower dove once again by Drow Ranger, and potentially support from Rubik. But it's a little bit odd that the Pudge would decide to gank the top lane, but he does actually TP to the bottom lane right now, which is really where he should be getting all the ganks. Because look at EE's last hits. He's on par with the Drow Ranger. And that's against an aggressive dual lane. I don't think that's supposed to happen. That wasn't the plan.
Oh, that is such a dead Sand King. Pudge, Pudge, Pudge! There you go, beautiful. That's a dead. Didn't even need to use his ultimate, to be honest, but just to make sure.
He had a Burrow Strike, so he could have maybe got... Whoa, what's that Spectre ulti going to? Nowhere.
Nothing. Well, they want Pudge. Oh, they want Pudge. Stun hook. He tried it, but he didn't. Canceled it, and he dies before he can do anything else. That's an easy kill for them.
Yeah, and that desolate damage, once again, making quite a bit of difference. He's up to level 3 with it, which is 50 pure damage, which, considering how much armor people usually have, it's quite a bit more...
At the top! Wow. Rubik actually... Wow, he did... What the hell? He did so much damage! He got the... What? How did that turn around?
Zeus ulti!
Damn, Zeus ulti! He just got so much damage on both of them. With just spamming the rockets and that damn Paracogs that was stolen by Rubik, but... Battery Assault, level 4, 75 damage, and it's hard to attack even with that. At the bottom we see Kunkka Disruption, excuse me. But he's not going to be able to get away here. Or is he with the Torrent? That's actually so much damage. Got Facebook's one last hit from Leshrac. A little bit too far in. Shadow Demon, Drow Ranger now here, wants to clean up with the silence. No, can't do much. And Leshrac did manage to stun one, but is gonna die here. And Spectre, can Drow Ranger get her? Can you get her?
He's got a Yasha, so she's pretty damn fast, but no, it doesn't decide to go for it. And yeah, that double kill on the top lane, it was really all about Clockwork having leveled up the Battery Assault. The damage difference between just 1 level in Battery Assault and 4 levels like he has now, it's really huge. It goes from 15 per hit to 75 per hit. That's kind of a level 1 rocket every second. And it kind of reminds me of, I think it was a G1 game a few days ago where LD actually criticized someone's Clockwork for skilling what he called his worst ability, the Battery Assault. If your worst ability allows you to suddenly turn around on a dual lane and get a double kill when they almost had you killed, then his other skills must be amazingly godlike.
Well, all of his other skills are pretty badass.
Yeah, honestly, I think Cogs is his worst skill to level up, simply because it's already pretty damn great at the first level.
Oh,
Going from
Eternal.
5 activation to 8?
Envy. Kunkka comes from behind. Just finish off the job and laugh at it later. That's evil.
Yep. Amount of swings by Kunkka? 1.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
That's just really evil. Clockwork, like you said, Battery Assault is just, I think, the most situational out of them, because you really, the hook completely misses. Because Rocket Flare, you just spam it and you hit, and it does reliable damage all the time, doesn't cost a lot of mana. And that's the first thing you should, in most cases, have, really. And he wants to, oh, look at that, beautiful. Cogs, 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 Cogs! No need, no need. Battery Assault, oh, come on! Oh, Rubik!
You got a Rocket Flare, use it!
No, no, the Pudge, damn it! That was, he just did not Cogs. He should have Cogs.
He could have used any of his 2 other abilities and he would have gotten the kill. Instead he gets nothing.
Yeah, he didn't want to waste mana. That's just, waste mana to get the kill and Zeus gets hooked. Oh, that's sad. Throws one last, the stun misses, the boat. That's a fail boat. But, damn, that is frustrating for him. Well, he did get an incredible double kill earlier, so we'll forgive him.
I can't forgive you for not getting a kill just because you were too scared, too greedy to use 50 frickin' mana.
Well, he didn't have a lot left, to be honest. But as I was trying to say, Rocket Flare is really the most important thing. Power Cogs, you want 1 level of Battery Assault just to screw up someone's animation. And Power Cogs, like you said, 5 seconds is a crap ton. It's really cool to level it up because 200 mana drain at the early levels is amazing. Well, it's not 200 at the early levels, but it's still a lot of mana. It grows by 40 each time, so it's nice. And I guess it's really situational. It depends on who you're fighting and what kind of...
What it really depends on is whether you're kind of a held back Clockwork who just does nothing but spamming Rocket Flares and occasionally using hookshot for a stun, or whether you're actually aiming to get kind of solo kills and really aggressively initiating. Because Battery Assault is the way that Clockwork gets solo kills. If you get it on level 4, it's really easy to get him. If you get it at level 1, it's almost impossible.
And Envy actually going a little too far into the Torn, hits everything. Kunkka is the one to get back here, but Zeus ultimate, Shadow Demon Disruption on himself, and he needs 1 hit. EE, there you go. 1 last hit. Sand King saves himself by going invisible. And they just get a lot of kills for nothing.
Yeah, Clockwork got himself a kill on the top lane because, hey, I've got level 4 Battery Assault and I just hit a hookshot. What the hell are you gonna do? This Drow Ranger, she has a decent amount of movement speed, but when you're constantly stunned and your Tranquil Boots break within a few hits, you can't run from this guy.
It's actually weird that she went for Tranquil Boots, to be honest. And wow, Pudge with a beautiful hook that we completely missed on the Sand King. I wanted to point out that Sand King was level 3, now level almost 5 after that engagement, but he was level 3 and Pudge is level 8. He just needs to hook him, and that's it. It's completely gone.
Yeah. Clockwork finishes off his Blade Mail at 13 minutes. A little bit of an odd pickup, considering he doesn't have any source of mana regen whatsoever, which is kind of useful for Clockworks. I guess it's just to make sure that any kind of new combo or any orb walking from the Drow Ranger gets punished by counter damage, which they really don't want to take at this point.
I really like getting, arcanes on him just to fix his mana problem pretty quickly, pretty effectively.
Yeah, and following it up with an Aghanim Scepter, just because hook-shotting every 8 seconds
is fun.
I think is a lot more fun than every 40.
Yeah, and Kunkka tries to go actually zigzagging, but finally Lilithrak with a stun manages to get him, but Sand King dope, stuns up the Rubik, and Rubik is so dead here. Oh, stun back, and Sand King does drop. Rubik is still alive, but he's fast enough, and that was suicide, pretty much, due to dispersion. He's taking a lot of damage, but there's no reverse this ultimate unless Rubik will steal him.
Can he get it?
Drow Ranger, oh, can he get it? Go for it, yes! And he goes on top and manages to get a triple kill, finishing the Drow Ranger. Zeus
and
did fall.
Also the Shadow Demon, which was Just at low enough HP for his ultimate to desolate and steal the kill from poor pieliedie. He dove behind the towers just to get that one Shadow Demon. Suddenly found himself a Drow Ranger. And it's internal envy, stealing all the glory, as he tends to do on this team.
Well, Clockwork, come on. Oh, he doesn't actually have hookshot. I expected a hookshot on the Kunkka, but...
He actually spent that in the mid lane, just during all of that fighting. Hitting it on the Pudge, then blade mailing and returning the hook damage, which instant.
Oh, that is a premature, but... No, that didn't hit, but the torrent did, and the Clockwork is so dead. Sacking is going to stun up and try and save him, but the Clockwork, one last hit from Shadow Demon will do it. Invisible Sand King will try. Oh, gets hooked. The Spectre there manages to clean off the Shadow Demon though, and should be able to get away here. Zeus ultimate. Kunkka, Kunkka. Yes, he does. He does actually die, and Sand King is still alive. Yes, he is going to make it here. Eternal LNV kinda. Well, he really wants this, but he has to watch out because if if a hook's come up, yeah, he's just waiting. He's just waiting around before the creeps, so the Pudge couldn't turn around and hook him, and Zeus cleans him up. He just wanted the experience.
Yeah, and I gotta say, this Spectre is being amazingly useful, especially considering he hasn't even chosen to level Spectral Dagger. I guess it kind of shows how overrated this ability is.
Clockwork completely missed this, but he's totally gonna get the kill. Because Drow Ranger can't do much unless the Shadow Demon... Oh, the Cogs actually completely whiff, which would save them. And the Leshrac is now in a lot of trouble. One last hit, and he does drop.
Both failed, didn't need it though, and Drow Ranger escaped.
What the hell are you doing there?
Oh, Senvi! No.
No, he can't kill everybody like that.
Yeah, I think he really tried to get to use it to get the Drow Ranger, since those illusions with Max Desolate actually do a shit ton of damage as well. But he was just under a tier 3 tower, and those things do a lot of damage.
Clockwork and ultimate from Sand King actually misses most of those, but does a lot of damage. Everybody's so low, but they can't finish them off, and one last throw of poison from the Shadow Demon will clean him up, as well as the Sand King. So this is definitely going towards the Dire here. If we look at the graphs, we definitely see that, though the Radiants still have a little bit more experience. Close game, but that engagement kind of goes for the Dire.
Yeah, the Drow Ranger has just picked up herself a Shadow Blade. Again, a Shadow Blade on otherwise.
Zeus returned. Ults. People are still really low. Eternal Envy is gonna... Dispersion! Don't hit her if you're low! There's freaking dispersion, but Drow Ranger comes from behind. One last hit on the... Yes, they get the Kunkka before EE falls. Or he doesn't fall. He makes it out somehow. And now, come on, Drow Ranger! Yes, he managed! What? Leshrac finished him off with the Edict still going after he died. What?
Yep, that just happened. And Eternal Envy just runs away because the Drow Ranger just preferred getting the secure kill on the Leshrac. Honestly, I'd say that's a mistake, although chasing a Spectre who has Spectral Dagger is, of course, a lot more difficult than, you know, most other heroes.
So, there's... I don't know what to tell you. I mean, if you look at potential, Drow Ranger is obviously really, really huge, but Spectre can also get pretty huge. And if she manages to AoE damage and get everybody, especially with the help of Sand King, they could do a world of good. Clockwork jumps in with a hook shot. Disruption immediately on himself. We have the Pudge completely dead to that Burrow Strike. And that's an easy double kill for them. Zeus gets all the kills because he's Zeus, so obviously. And oh, the Torrent! The Torrent! Ults before he manages to die. Kunkka, can they get him? Come on, another stun. No mana up on the Sand King. Sand King, Sand King. Yes. Use that magic wand. Stuns up only the Rubik, and now he's in a lot of trouble. Takes so much damage, but the stun from Leshrac cleans him up, and they all limp away with 4 kills to their name, 26-20. And Clockwork, don't TP bottom. You'll die immediately as Drow Ranger cleans off the tower.
If only the Dire team had a Zeus for themselves at this point.
Yeah, looks like it, doesn't it? Well, they just need a Rubik to steal it and survive.
Ah, yes, that's the perfect idea.
Yeah, that could work. Deny the
want
tower.
to see it, Rubik? Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
And Pudge is going to look for stragglers, but everybody was so low that they actually had to go all the way back. And the tower is also deniable in the middle, so they should deny it. And Drow Ranger...
I want to hang on to it, because they've actually not lost a single tower so far. All the tier 1s are pretty damaged, but they're still alive. And sure, denying saves you some gold, but gold can't buy you map control. Well, I guess it can with wards, but they're also limited, so...
Okay.
Keep it alive, at least for now, until they actually try to contest it and actually bring it down.
Or deny it.
Dire's middle tower.
Or deny it.
Just a matter of time. Drow Ranger, I see an Ogre Club after the Yasha, and I want to say she's going to get a BKB, which makes sense because there's a Zeus. That's enough a reason, but there's also a ton of stuns. But I see, I don't know, I just like, oh no, she's going Sanjin Yasha. And for some reason, a beautiful hookshot comes in by Bone7. She goes invisible, but he already has the dust. And tries to get away. She's actually so fast, but Zeus. No, that's not going to be enough. Zeus ultimate.
And even the Spectre ultimate, which now actually finds the Shadow Demon instead, who isn't completely dead yet, but it won't take long.
Yeah. Finally falls. They're going to clean up all the creepies. And Eternal Envy. Wow, they found the Pudge? They found the Pudge. They found the Pudge. Dead Pudge. Hooks. A little bit of damage. But that's a triple for Clockwork, who actually got each and every one of those.
This guy, man, he's not good at securing kills, but he's good at stealing them.
Just like the Zeus.
So he's not good at KSing, but very good at KSing.
Oh, I see what you did, though.
There's a lot of people who make that joke recently, that it's called, that KS stands for kill secured, as opposed to kill stolen.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Someone please tell this Shadow Demon that you should never disrupt yourself and always the Spectre. Spectre is one of the greatest heroes to disrupt, because then she suddenly gets 2 illusions which both have desolate bonus damage on her face. That hurts worse than an anti-mage or a Phantom Lancer.
Yeah, that sounds about right. And Spectre actually picks up a Manta style before anything else. So no Diffusal, which isn't, you don't have to get Diffusal on Spectre, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty helpful. It gives us a little bit of mana burn to your ultimate. But the Manta style is also pretty useful, because if you find someone removed from the rest of his team, you suddenly have 3 heroes doing 65 bonus damage per hit.
Yeah.
So kind of like in the same way as a CK, surrounding someone with illusions and suddenly doing shitloads of burst damage is something that a Spectre can actually do.
And the Clockwork misses Hookshot, but the Spectre comes in, and she chooses to go for the Pudge. Easiest kill. Hook works once again, but that's just a little bit of damage. And Torrent hits only the Clockwork. The boat hits both of them.
Look at that damage on the Kunkka.
Kunkka just... Wow, that's really a lot of damage. And he's actually going for a Battle Fury for some reason. And Dad, the Desolate, don't let it get there! Oh, wow, that's a lot of damage. He survives the ghost ship damage and everything is perfectly fine. Drow Ranger drops here. Shadow Demon again. Very quickly, Drow Ranger TP's back, tries to save the situation, and is she going to find anybody?
No, but he is going to chase them all away from the tower, so at least he can keep this tier 2.
No, she can get Leshrac in 2 hits, 3 hits, 4 hits. Fine, damn it. Can't you just kill him in 2 hits and not embarrass me like that, Drow Ranger?
She's not that fat yet. She's still level 5. Level 15, I mean. Not 16 yet.
Yeah. And actually hasn't picked up anything other than the Ogre Club at this point. It's kind of like, whoa, hookshot hit on the Kunkka. That's pretty much a dead Kunkka. That's a Zeus just throwing stuff at you. Who's going to get the last hit? Clockwork once again with the last hit.
Obviously, Battery Assault. It's a pretty damn good spell.
Against the Zeus? That's admirable. Admirable. Lightning Bolt. Seriously.
I think he didn't want to waste too much mana on spamming lightning bolts. He has picked himself up an Eel Scepter, which makes this Zeus really, really freaking fast, because he also has the drums and a phase boots. Pretty much the Sing Sing build then.
No, he needs a Mask of Madness for anything to be considered a Sing Sing build.
Well, there are two Sing Sing builds. There is the normal mid-solo Sing Sing build, which is face boots drums on everyone. And then there's the Sing Sing build of Mask of Madness on everyone. pieliedie is just being a little bit held back in his Sing Singness.
The Sing Sing is strong with this one. That was horrible, but I just felt like making it. So yeah, I did. Clockwork scouts ahead, gets the hook shot. That's how you play Clockwork, ladies and gentlemen. And Disruption on himself once again. Not gonna save him. The stun is gonna come from Sand King, and Spectre actually gets this one. Cleans up the Rubik at the bottom, and now they're gonna just really easily walk up to the freaking base. Tier 3. While the Drow Ranger keeps pushing bottom.
They just hit a hook shot, use Zeus and Spectre ultimates, and pretty much all of the Dire team is either dead or at half HP, with the only exception being the Pudge.
Oh, Boat hits 2 of them. Clockwork very low, and Kunkka, why are you getting close? It's 5 heroes. You can't do anything on your own. Desolate, so much Desolate damage, and Zeus cleans them up. Tower is gone. Tier 2.
Himself.
Yeah, Tier 2 as well at the bottom though. Drow Ranger knows she can't do anything. Now TP's back to the top as the racks fall.
Yeah, she's really begging to find a straggler here, and there are a lot of low HP heroes, especially the Clockwork.
Wow, dude, I'm hearing you terribly. Yeah, Clockwork 2 hits down. The connection, the call connection is terrible for some reason.
I don't know, you're sounding fine for me.
Okay, now here you well enough as well. And Shadow Demon stunned up from behind, dispersed himself once again. Why do I call it disperse? It's disruption. And can the Spectre get anyone? If she had a defusal, Drow Ranger would already be dead. And Drow Ranger now with the BKB. It wasn't a Sanjin Yasha, yay! It was a BKB, double kill, went in the fountain just for that, and she just can't do that. But the callback, Torrent slowed up, tries to get away. Pudge has the use the freaking Dismember. Why isn't she using Dismember? And he can't really hook with creeps in his way or walking. They're all just walking the line for some reason. Eternal Envy once again.
That's the wrong one.
Oh, that's the wrong one. Yeah. Eternal Envy runs through towers because he has a Reaver and doesn't care.
Yeah, and another 100 gold, and he's got himself a heart. So, might as well disassemble those Tranquil Boots and get it right now, honestly. It's not like Tranquil Boots are really useful at this point anymore.
They're only useful at slowing you down.
Yep. And being a little bit faster in the initiate, maybe. Because Heart of Tarask, it's kind of better at healing yourself up, and that's the only thing Tranquil Boots are really used for these days, so... just sell it, man.
Clockwork, hookshot, hits on the Kunkka, dead Kunkka. There you go. And walk away. As easy as that. Zeus actually decided to go for a Blink Dagger. In addition to Yule Scepter and Drums. He's really playing mobility. I got enough damage. I don't need an Aghanims or Refresher or anything. I just need mobility. I need to be there on time doing the damage. Sand King, just level 12 with a Blink Dagger. Ults up, wants to go on the Pudge. Perfect hit, and with the help of Leshrac, it's enough. Drow Ranger actually zipped through them and went off on her own. And the last tier 2, well, it's not the last tier 2, bottom is actually still completely there. But they're going to get the tier 2 at the top. And now with a heart, let's get the other set of racks and finish this thing. It's pretty much done at this point. I mean, 41 to 22. They got 25,000 experience. Not a lot of gold, which is weird, but I guess it's mostly the Sand King. And a beautiful hookshot once again. TP out. Drow Ranger just... Screw this. TP out. And he killed Rubik? Where was Rubik? EE was probably fighting him, right?
I think he just got damaged down by Eternal Envy's ulti. And then killed by Zeus's ulti. Without even being anywhere close to the fight. Because he's a Rubik with only a mecha that's pretty squishy still. And, well, the Dire team, they've kind of just given up. They're sitting in their well, and they're waiting for Eternal Envy's famed Spectre to finish the game off.
Yes, and Boner. Boner's Clockwork.
Yes.
That's an awesome name! That's
pieliedie Zeus. Because pieliedie should be in the spotlight.
Yes, pieliedie. Look at him.
It's amazing.
Zeus.
He zaps things.
Zaps the crap out of them. Yes, and obviously kill score is important, so as the towers drop, they want to go with Spectre because he has infinite HP with that Heart of Tarrasque, but pretty much, Eternal Envy is awesome, guys, but pieliedie is awesome as well, and most importantly, Boner on the clockwork, hitting beautiful hook shots every time, or Bone7, whatever he chooses to go by, I honestly don't know. But that's pretty much it. Pudge just, wow, and hookshot goes through 3 heroes. They want to get all the kills. Clockwork does, no, who drops? The Shrek is the one to die. Another ultimate just for the sake of things, and that's it, guys, that's it. GG well played, indeed. Eternal Envy, pieliedie, and Boner.
And the rest of Kaipi is also pretty awesome.
Yes, they are. You should check them out. Totally. And I honestly don't know what we're going to do next week. Because we've gone through so many teams. We've gone through all the teams in the world. Right? Onin?
Not quite all of them, but a vast majority, yes.
Yeah, we actually had a couple of that we've done 2 times. But it's a good time to have a recap. So, from episode 1 to episode 26, I obviously keep records of everything. We've done Navi, LGD Int, DK Burning, IG Ferrari 430, Milk, No Tidehunter, Fnatic, Team Liquid, Virtus Pro, then Visi Gamer, Empire, ZMSJ, it's written for some reason, but that's not true, that's ZSMJ, or Zusimaji, as Onin told me that's the name, Mushi and Winter, Zenith, Sing Sing's new team, which is the Pandas, Absolute Legends, Dignitas, new Navi with Funnick, and, well, the new Navi, No Tail, then Select and Pandas, because Select joined the Pandas, and then EGM and No Tidehunter, because EGM joined No Tidehunter, and then Winter and Miracle, J and Geo, Mythtrust, Chibix on AFD that have now, I told you they're awesome, we told you they're awesome, and so they got a sponsorship from Natolic, and today, Kaipi, whatever the hell they're called, Eternal Envy.
Yes.
And pieliedie and Boner. So that was episode 26 of Pubwatch. Thanks a lot for sticking around with us, viewing my stupidity. I'm sorry for being an idiot today, but yes, Onin.
Thanks a lot for refraining to kill KOKOStern for being such an idiot and having such lame jokes.
Yes, I'm
We
terrible.
very much appreciate the fact that you allow him to be alive still.
I'm still alive.
It's very grateful.
And so, to end this damn show, which is horrible because I'm an idiot, Twitter's at the bottom. We would very much like it if you'd subscribe to this channel and follow us and check out more Pubwatch stuff that we do. If you want to contact me directly, it's kokostern@gmail.com. My name is KOKOStern. Onin was with me. Thank you, Onin, for putting up with me. Thank you guys for putting up with me. And we'll see you next time, next week on episode 27, where I don't know which team we'll do, but it'll be a team.
And it'll be great.
It'll be lovely. Good night, or morning, whenever you're watching this. Bye!